New Age doctrine often talks about ascending into 5D. If we're in 3D, how's that possible without moving to 4D first? Let's talk about it. First of all, let's explain what the fourth dimension is. We know that 1D is the ability to move from left to right and can be illustrated by a simple line. 2D is the ability to move back and forward and can be illustrated by a flat square, which is a fusion of 1D and 2D. 3D is the ability to move up and down. It is illustrated by this cube, which is a compilation of 1D, 2D, and 3D. 4D is illustrated by this tesseract, a cube within a cube, to represent the space around and within a 3D object. It is also the time that it takes to move from one point of this cube to the other. To cover this space, whether inside or outside the cube, it will take milliseconds of time. To cover a larger space, it will take more time. This is why we say that the fourth dimension is the dimension of space and time. What is it like to live in 4D? Well, let's take time as an example. Time is a concept that humanity is aware of. Because of the sun, our society and ideologies are built around time. This affects our mental outlook, which in turn affects our bodies, and this is why we age. If we need to get something done within a day, we only have 24 hours, and so we are confined by time. Another sign that we are confined by time is that we have the concept of past, present, and future. Therefore, we could say that we already live within 3D and 4D, depending on how you look at it. This is why New Age teachings state that we move from 3D straight into 5D, because we already live within time. Time is something that has always existed but was never acknowledged in the same way we do by the first humans or any other extraterrestrial species above 3D. The baseline for most ETs is 5D. To them, timelessness is the natural state of being, and time is an artificial concept. Earth used to be a 5D planet before the devolution at the fall of Atlantis. Time was something that was imposed upon humans by those ETs that created the artificial 3D matrix that we live in now. There are many reasons why they imposed time on us, but one of them is to slow us down to make our escape from their control harder. Because when you live within the fifth dimension outside of time, you can make everything happen now. You don't have to wait on anything. With your mind, you bring a thought or creation into now, and it is manifested instantly. It takes no time to come to you. So, if we wanted to be free from draconian control, we could all come together with the same intention and bring our freedom into now. I will speak more on this in other videos. In 5D, everything is happening now. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Remember I said that time is a concept that has always existed, but is artificial. For a 5D person, time does not hinder them at all. They can enter any point of a timeline by making it their now. A 5D person never ages. They can make themselves old or young depending on what they want to experience or how they want others to see them. They do have memory, but it's not overshadowed by time. It's like a shared memory straight from the field of consciousness available to all in 5D and higher dimensions. Therefore, those entities that live in 5D and above do not have to accumulate knowledge over time and store it in their personal memory bank. It's like being connected to the cloud, but the cloud is in your mind. However, each individual becomes aware of additional information in the field as they evolve into higher dimensions. In 3D, we have been separated from this field of consciousness because we have been separated from the source of this field or the mind that this field resides in. This is the mind of Source or God. The 3D state we live in is extreme separation from the field. But as we wake up, we begin to grow a stronger connection to this field. The knowledge becomes more accessible and we become more aware of all there is. This process of achieving higher levels of connection to the field is called Ascension. The process of waking up is called becoming more conscious or more aware. Another way of putting it is that we are tuning our frequency like a radio to pick up the signal coming from the field. The more finely tuned to the frequency of the field, the higher our dimension of awareness. The field is within everything that is alive. Therefore, mentalities that separate us from each other, animals and nature, separate us from the living network that is the field. These separationist mentalities are reinforced by the artificial 3D matrix imposed upon the Earth's structure. The Earth holds the potential, like us, to move between dimensions. For humanity to no longer think or see time and establish a connection to the field, changes to the Earth's structure and the sun need to occur. This will cause changes within our bodies and minds. These environmental and energetic changes have already begun and will continue until we fully transition into mentally being outside of time and connected to the field. Once this transition is finalized, ascension to the lower levels of 5D will occur instantly. If you want to learn more about these topics, please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, namaste.